Good morning, everybody, and to everybody, a good morning. Do me a favor, invite somebody to share. Invite somebody to share once you get on. Let me know you're here. Just want to speak to you. Start your day off right. Good morning. Do me a favor, invite somebody to share. I am still unpacking. Have a new office, and I am still unpacking. Uh-oh. Sorry. What did I do? Ah. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm still unpacking. Do me a favor, invite somebody to share. This morning, we're going to be talking about getting more out of life. I think it's a very important conversation that needs to be had. There are a lot of people that want more, they don't know how to get it. And I want to try and at least give you a boost this morning. Michelle Byers, good morning to you, and thank you for spending your time with Coffee Time this morning. Do me a favor. We have other people that are coming in. I'm just trying to give them another minute. I'm going to give them another minute, then we're going to get rolling. But do me a favor, invite somebody, share this to your Facebook page. Invite somebody. It's about to go down. Good morning, Pretty Black. Greetings to you and yours. Good morning. Good morning. Do me a favor, invite somebody to share. Invite somebody to share. Good morning. Good morning. Invite Dre Jenkins, the baddest videographer on this side of heaven. That's the homie, Dre Jenkins. Y'all need work. You need videos, videography of any kind. He'll get you straight. If you're thinking about getting married, you need to holler at him. I am giving everybody else 30 more seconds to come in the room. Good morning to all of our different streaming platforms. And maybe I'll just start, and when they get here, they get here. How about that? So I don't waste your time. So this morning we're talking about getting more out of life. Getting more out of life. Hold on one second. I got a notification that I keep doing the same thing. Okay. Teron Bartley, good morning. Good morning. All right, there we go. So I have about, I see 60 people from the various platforms, but they're not showing on Facebook. So I've got about 2 different machines running at the same time. That's why I keep looking back. Star Brown, good morning to you. So good morning, everybody. This morning we're talking about getting more from life. Getting more from life. You know, the average person believes that you have to be rich in order to enjoy life or live life to its fullest measure. Resources are definitely necessary, but let me tell you what's better than money. What's better than money is relationships. I've had more success in my life by knowing somebody than I have throwing money at a situation. So your greatest commodity in life, if you're going to get more out of life, is relationships. Building, maintaining healthy relationships. It's not really easy to do. So when I was working for corporate, I ran banks. I was good at it too. I took banks out of the red, brought them in the green. And because of my ability to change the income flow and get people out of the red into the green as it relates to banks, I was promoted pretty quickly. Started as a LO, then I went to be a credit manager, then I went to be, I think I did a little bit of processing, and there are a few other positions that I was in. And when they found out what I could really do, they put me over sales and marketing. From sales and marketing, I got promoted to be the branch manager of a local bank. After becoming the branch manager in less than a year, I became the vice president of that bank. Now, here's the thing. My resume, I'm a college dropout. I didn't have any banking experience. When I got hired by a mortgage company, I worked my way up, got a job through the bank. But one thing that I always did is wherever I went is I protected and made great relationships. So if you're taking notes this morning, the first thing that I would give you is to build healthy relationships. I'll put that on the screen. Build healthy relationships. You know, we live in a world where everybody is kind of, it's good to be focused on what you've got to do. That's the only way you're going to be able to accomplish it. However, you have to be careful that while you are doing what you need to do, you're not stepping on people in the process. Say that again. You need to make sure that while you are doing what it is you're supposed to do, you're not stepping on people in the process. People are your greatest commodity in life. Whenever I'm trying to get something done, because I've built and maintained healthy relationships, I make a call. And that call that I make generally is to someone who can direct me into the field of understanding that I'm looking for. Now, here's the deal. In building healthy relationships, there is maintenance that is done on relationships. You can't build a relationship, not talk to a person 5-6 years. Then you have an idea and you want them to push you on social media. It's unfair to them. The relationship is not there. And because the relationship is not there, what you are expecting is unfair to the person that you're asking. And what happens generally is that people we know, but we necessarily haven't supported, they haven't heard from us, none of that. And then we want to push or want them to push our business, who we are on social media. And it's unfair. It's totally unfair. So you want to build healthy relationships. After the relationship is built, the second thing you want to do is you want to properly manage the relationship. I'm not saying you have to be in people's face every day. The world doesn't work that way. Anybody that's busy understand that. Anybody that's busy, anybody that has anything going on will tell you they don't have time to sit with a phone to their ear all day. They're busy. However, in properly managing the relationship, let me tell you what that consists of, um, it really consists of communication. We don't talk every day. I may not see you every day, but when I see you, it's going to be a meaningful conversation. And if I know you are good at what you do and you are offering something of value, I don't have to be in your face to tell other people about you. That's properly managing the relationship. Hey, we don't talk every day. We don't see each other every day. But when I'm out and about and I know someone that's looking for what you have to offer, and I know your product is good, you don't have to be in the boardroom with me in order to get the plug. I'm going to send them in your direction. I will not send, favor, or acknowledge a product that is not refined. I will not send, you can have a great product, but you got a nasty attitude, you sometiming. Yeah, I won't be sending you any references, because anyone that I refer is a reflection of who I am. So if you have a product, if you have a business, or if you're looking for an opportunity, you got to make sure that your customer service skills are subpar. You got to make sure that you're on top of it. There are a lot of people that have great product, but they have horrible attitudes. They've not learned not only how to manage relationships, they've not learned to carefully communicate and articulate what they have to offer. For instance, I know a guy that does great work. He's one of my hood homeboys. But when I'm sending him business, I do the talking. Because if he opened his mouth and try and do the deal, he's going to scare the client, and it's going to make me look bad, because this is how he talks. You know what I'm saying? I get that. And you want that deal? And you want, okay, when it need to be done by. It's my homeboy and I love him like a brother. He's my guy. But I always tell him, hey, I'm going to get you the job. I'm going to do the talking. You do the work. If they have any problems with the job, tell them to call me. And it's because he's not taking the time to work on his communication skills. He does excellent work. But he will split a verb in a minute. Now, if you're from Duval, like me, periodically, that twang come out. You know it. Come on, don't do that. Don't you dare. And especially if you're from out east. I'm from out east. So periodically, the mispronunciation of words will overtake me. Oh yeah, if I let my guard down, I can go talking crazy. But I've taken the time to also work on articulating correctly. And in that, I wanted to be able to be in a place where I can communicate in the White House or the dog house, the Crike house or the church house. So there's a level of understanding that I had to develop. And then I had to work on how I communicate. Had to work on my tone. I spoke with a drawl at one time. It was very muffled and unclear. And over the years, I've had to work on that. So when it comes to getting more out of life, the first thing you need to know is you got to build healthy relationships. Second thing that you've got to do, you got to properly manage the relationship. And in properly managing the relationship, you should know your weaknesses. You should know what you're not and what you are. You should not be offended if someone that loves you is trying to correct you. All right. So the third thing in getting more out of a life is, I'm going to let you say it before I say it. This is real important here. Extremely. This is what we don't like. Accountability. You need somebody in your life that's going to help make you better. Accountability. Who are you accountable to? You want the opportunity. You don't want to put in the work. You're so emotionally attached to what you do. You're so in love and you sensitive about your ish. You sensitive about your craft or whatever it is. And you want more work. But here's what you've done. You're not accountable. So there's no one that can tell you that good is the enemy of the best. And there are certain things that you can do to better your product, whether it's you as a person, whether it's your gift, your craft, whatever it is that you offer. You need accountability. Because what accountability is to us, it's our rear view and side mirrors. You can drive a car without mirrors. You better not try to get over. Don't you dare. You better keep straight. Side mirrors help you understand what's going on around you. The rear view mirror helps you to see what's going on behind you and around you. You need people in your life that will hold you accountable. Do I have any questions so far? Say it again. You need people in your life that will hold you accountable. I think I say it again. You need people in your life. Are you all there? Because on one of the platforms it says that the video has ended. And that's not true. Are you all there? We go. So once again, you need people in your life that will hold you accountable. You need people in your life that will make you better. No man or woman is an island to themselves. I've got two more, and we won't call it one. But you need people in your life that's going to make you better. One of the things that makes accountability good, you should have people in your life that you can submit your product to and ask them their honest opinion about what you're offering. Hey, I do it all the time with my friends and family. And, you know, if I'm getting ready to drop something or getting ready to produce something or getting ready to release something, I get advice from... I do it all the time. Uh-oh. With my friends and family. Sorry, y'all. I get advice all the time from people who are experts in their field. I want the opinion of the customer, the consumer. I want the opinion of the experts. And I want the opinion of the people that are going to have to push the product. What do you think about this? There's a... oh, look at there. My nephew is on Cortez. Morning, Tez. Barbara Gray, good morning. Michelle Buckley, good morning. But I want people in my life who can tell me the truth about my product. Don't have me out here looking foolish. It's kind of like, and some of you may be able to relate to this. Have you ever been in a public place? And every time you breathe, there's a little soldier in your nose that comes out. Inhale, he goes in. Exhale, he comes out. Well, the people that you're with should be able to tell you, hey, you got a little man in your nose, and every time you exhale, he shows his hide. So you can get it out. Don't have me in front of people looking crazy. Because just as sure as you don't tell me something's wrong with me, something's off with me, when I get to the place to offer my presentation, they're going to be so distracted by the little man in my nose that they're not going to be able to hear or extract anything from the conversation. And you're going to make me lose an opportunity, all because you refuse to say, hey, Pickett, you got a booger in your nose, bro. Hey, you get that little man. You be a little man, no diddy. You be a little man, could be a little woman. Get a little woman out your nose. Or get that little car out your nose. You got a little moped riding in your nose. Whatever you want to call it. But don't have me out here looking crazy. That's important. You need accountability. All right. Here's another thing. Here's another thing that you need, and this goes along with accountability. Somebody should be able to tell you if your product is corny. Now, I know you spent your life working on it and you sensitive about your stuff, but your stuff may be good to you. Pause. Your product may be good to you, and I get it. And I get it. You put your heart and soul in it. I get it. But that product might be good to you, but it may be corny to everybody else. What would you prefer? Us to be honest and hurt your feelings? Or you to go out there looking cheesy? I remember one time I was headed somewhere with my young adults, my 2 children. And I came out, thought I was winning. I did. I thought the outfit I had was banging. Oh yeah, Pickett gonna show him today. And I came out and my daughter started laughing hilariously. It wasn't an ordinary laugh. It was a real belly puncher. And she was trying to talk to her brother about what I had on. And before she couldn't even get it out, she kept pointing. He fell out laughing. So they had this thing going on where they understood what was funny. I didn't. So I'm standing there, because I know it's something on me. I just don't know what it is because I really thought I was doing the thing. That's on God. I did. I thought, oh yeah, this is going to get him today. This is going to get him today. And yeah, they went to giggling and laughing. And this is what they said to me. Hey, throw that whole outfit in the trash. It was outdated. If I'm not mistaken, the outfit that I had on, Let me tell you how this works. It wasn't a matter of price. The jeans that I had on at the time, it was $600 jeans. Had on a nice polo shirt, and boy, I had on some polo shoes. You couldn't tell me nothing. Nothing. Okay? Here's the problem. They were big. The jeans were big. And they were wide leg. And we had shifted into the taper cut. And I didn't get the email that we had switched. So I'm killing them. It wasn't an ordinary colored wasn't an ordinarily colored polo shirt either. It was I think it was purple or something like that. Yeah, it was purple, but whatever. I thought I was, and they told me, don't ever put that on again. And you know, we need to get you around because the style that you have, it used to be good, it used to be fly. It no longer works. Now, I could have got in my feelings. I could have said to them, bump you. I don't dress for you no way. I could have did all that. I could have went off and said how I felt about their generation and how I could have did all that. I didn't. I listened to them, and we never had that problem again. And to the point that now, if I think I'm gonna kill Scott, good morning. Kiana, good morning. If I think I'm gonna put something on, if I think it's risky, I'm definitely gonna call my children on FaceTime. Hey, tell me what you think about this. Or if I like something before I buy it, I get them on the phone. You need that. You need that. You. There's a friend of mine who's a pastor. And man, he has a nice he has a nice facility, but it's outdated. His podium, he's got the big TD Jakes podium that he used to have, and he bragged to me about how everybody that come to his church, they like it, and he has church pews. Ain't nothing wrong with that if that's what you do. And I said to him, hey, you need to update your sanctuary. And immediately he went to how much everything cost. And while he's talking to me, I am saying to him, this would have been perfect in 2005. We're in 2024. So you need, somebody say it with me. Come on, say accountability. All right. Number 4 is do not limit your resources to just money. You need to learn how to barter. All right? You see it? I'm going to put it where you can see it. Chill out. We've got to get back to bartering. Bartering means I have something that you can benefit from. You have something I can benefit from. Let's exchange resources to help both of us win, especially if the finances aren't available. Times in my life, it's not a matter of do I have it, it's is it available? You know, you can be rich in assets, but not have cash, not have liquid. So it's not just about what you have. Is it available? When financial resources aren't available or aren't necessary, you don't have to bring money to every scene. You need to learn how to barter. I did a video on bartering a couple of years ago. Maybe I'll put that back out. Do not limit your resources to just money. Learn how to barter. All right. Got one more for you. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Here's number 5. And I'm going to put this right here. I want to put it where you can see it. I'm going to make it extremely visible for you if you just give me a little second here. All right. This is number 5. Find people. I don't like that color. Find people who are happy doing what they do. I think I'm on yellow. Yeah. Find people who are happy doing what they do. Listen, when a person is happy in what they do, it will ignite happiness in you, and it will create the motivation necessary for you to find the happiness you need to satisfy what you do. Hope you see it. Whatever you are around, you will become. Say it again. Whatever you are around, you will become. Here's the other thing. Our world is different. And in our world, everybody wants to be the chief. Hey, if you are not called to be the chief, take my word, it's overrated. It's overrated. It's overrated. It's overrated. Man, my happiest times in my life, I was an Indian. Straight up. I was an Indian. People that have to be in charge, that have to be in charge stuff is generally a result that there is something missing. There's something missing in you. There's something missing in you. I'm gonna say it again. It's something missing. You should feel just as happy serving in the back than you do if you're leading in the front. Let me tell you what leadership really consists of. People that are leading correctly, they are the first partaker of whatever comes. They're going to be the first one to get the hit because a real leader protects their troops. So if there's a war going on, a real leader is not at the end or the back, he's at the front. Because we need that leader's insight, vision. We need that warrior attitude. We need someone that is leading us that is fierce, bold. Because more often than not, we build our self-esteem and we get our motivation from what's ahead of us. It's nothing worse than a sorry, lazy leader. So leading, people say it has its advantages. The only advantage that you get from leading is if that's the seat that God called you to be in, there's going to be a level of fulfillment in it. But there's also, you're going to be the first one to sorrow. Because a good leader is touched by what their people are going through. Now, if you lead one person and you're touched by that one person, there's a dynamic of sadness or unpleasantness, if that's the word, that goes along with that. But just imagine leading more than people and really loving people, wanting to see them succeed. You're touched by all these feelings and these emotions. It can be unbearable. And a lot of leaders absorb all those different moods and feelings from people, and they cannot contain it. And a lot of them kill themselves, stay in a state of depression. They're never happy because leading requires feeling. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And you can't tell me you care and you don't feel. No one wants to follow a robot. We want someone who's relatable. Sometimes caring is just listening. Sometimes caring is giving sound advice. Sometimes caring is allowing people to talk and hear themselves while they're speaking. Caring takes on so many different forms. So, if a person can lead, absorb the people that they're with, their feelings, be engaged with those people, care about those people. And I'm not talking about spending a lot of time, because it's not the quantity of time, it's the quality. And most people that lead, that are busy, they have to be able to resolve things fast. I don't have time to sit down and be on the phone 30, 45 minutes, an hour. Because most times when people are talking, they just venting anyway. They just need a listening ear. A real leader gives people that time, but they understand time sensitivity. So they're able to feel what people are going through and provide answers quickly so that they can keep moving, because most people feel like they're the only one. When I call my pastor, I expect him to answer because I feel like I'm the only one. I've not considered necessarily the thousands of people around the world that he gives advice to. We do that with celebrities. We want, in that moment, that autograph, that picture. We think we're the only one in that moment. We've not considered the millions of people, thousands of people, hundreds of people that they've had to pose for after doing what they're called to do. We don't take in consideration that they're human, they're drained, they're tired. We feel like because they make a lot of money and because we bought tickets to support them, that they ought to be available for us because we think we are the only one. So unfair. Because you support me, I shouldn't have to kill myself to show my appreciation. If you were to learn my heart, you know I care. And it's not a matter of not caring if I'm not available. It's understanding you're not the only one. A few weeks ago, I was going to the hospital to see 3 different people every day, along with maintaining my responsibilities, trying to keep up with their families as well, trying to run these businesses, trying to run a church, helping run another church. And that went on for weeks. In the middle of that happening, had to stop and bury a couple of friends. And I just got to the point, I'm tapped out. I can't handle another phone call. I can't handle another ounce of responsibility. I just need a break. And because of the things that were at hand, there are some things that, there's some time sensitive things that had to be taken care of. There's some emotional things that demanded my attention, and the responsibility of leading people who will never understand what it feels like to be in this seat. So I had to check out, stop answering my phone, and I stopped responding to text. It wasn't because I stopped loving. I understand people don't understand they aren't the only one. And as long as you let them, they're going to put demands on you. You have to decide when and where to draw the line, because if you're not healthy, spiritually, physically, and mentally, or psychologically, you're not going to be of good to anyone. So when you find people who are happy about doing what they do, find a way to support them and their happiness. And the law of reciprocity says, whatever you put out, you're going to get back. I have a new office, so last night they are still moving furniture in this office, and as a result of that, I had to last night kind of hang around till about 11, and the movers that came last night, I ended up talking to them for an hour and a half about making their life count with people who are less fortunate than we are. I'll give you the same challenge. Hey, maybe you don't have time to feed the homeless. Maybe you don't have time to provide for people that are in need. Well, for the last 40 plus years, I've always, me and my team, and the team, different faces, same mission. Over 40 years, we provided for the homeless, giving resources to people that are in need. You don't have to be in homeless to be in need. You can be in between blessings, or maybe you got set back and you need. We've always provided. So maybe you don't have the time to do these things. If you don't, will you please consider sowing $100, $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, $25, $50, $5 into Sponsor Coffee Time. That money gives us the ability to reach and help people that are in need on all different levels. Will you consider partnering with us monthly? Hey, Terrence, I'm going to commit if I don't do nothing else, look, $20 a week, I'm going to give it to Coffee Time. We will make sure that those funds are allocated to helping people. There are people dying of cancer. We support the Edith Marie Foundation. We've not been able to give the way that we have in the past, primarily because our donors stopped giving. We can't give what we don't have. But the Edith Marie Foundation pay the bills for families whose loved ones have cancer. No one really considers when you have cancer, you're going through chemotherapy, how draining it is, how tired it is, what it does to your body. You're not able to work. So the house that you're in or wherever you live, those bills still need to be paid. And a lot of times, the burden for getting healthy is so huge. There's a level of depression and stress that the victim is under because they can't pay their bills because they're in the hospital. The stress in trying to figure out how they're going to get it paid ignites an early grave. Because the first thing they tell you when you get cancer, any terminal illness, you don't want to be stressed out. So help make a difference in a person's life. If you're going to give to the Edith Marie Foundation, make sure when you give to Sponsor Coffee Time that you put in the Cash App, Edith Marie Foundation. We'll send it straight to them, or you can go to edithmariefoundation.com and you can give that way. All I'm saying to you is we are called to change lives. The way that we change it is by helping each other. So maybe you don't have the time or the resources to feed the hungry or help those that are less fortunate. Hey, that's what we're here for. We'll get it done, but we do need your partnership. We do need your financial help. Maybe today I've said something to spark something in you, encourage you. I'm asking. That is the case. If you can, Cash App me a few dollars to help people that are in need. I'm going to spend the rest of my life, however much time that I have here on earth, doing what I'm doing right now. Helping people. Helping the less fortunate, helping the homeless, helping the sick, helping the downtrodden, helping those who just have a mental block and need somebody to talk to help unlock the gifts that God has placed inside of them. That's my job. That's my mission. And I'm going to die doing this. If you see me in the street, honk at me, holler at me. We are passing out Encounter 2911, Coffee Time, and New Covenant Ministries. We've partnered together. Every day, we're being a blessing to the homeless. Every day, we're feeding people who don't have food. Every day, we're providing toiletries, blankets. We're getting ready to add pillows. And eventually, I'd like to build small houses or some place where the homeless can go. We're in the process of finding a building. We found a building. It's now a matter of going through the process to make sure that the building has everything that we need to help the community. During the week, I plan on allowing the homeless to stay in the building. When they wake up, have a meal. We need a food truck. The food truck is supposed to circle the city twice a day. Once in the morning for a hot breakfast, once in the evening for a hot meal. It's just our part in doing what Jesus said. I'll leave you with this. Jesus said, when I was hungry, you didn't feed me. When I was thirsty, you didn't give me water. When I was naked, you didn't clothe me. When I was in jail, you didn't come see me. And he had a group of people with him that said, hey, when were you ever hungry? When were you ever thirsty? When were you ever naked? When were you ever incarcerated? And his response to them was, The least you've done unto these, you've done unto me. How we treat people and lending people a helping hand is giving to the Lord. The Bible says, he that giveth to the poor loans to the Lord. And the God I serve pays back with great dividends. So I'm asking you for partnership this morning. I'm asking you to help us reach as many people as we can. Help us, please. So I'm going to take a little moment right now for everybody to sow $1,000. You got it. Come on, don't do like that. Don't. You got it. Or 100, 10, 20. I want to say whatever you can, but I want you to do more than you believe you can. I want you to make a sacrifice and give to help somebody else. Hey, I love you all. Thank you for spending your morning with me. You're born to win, predestined to succeed. There's nothing that can happen to you today that the wisdom inside of you cannot handle. You got to calm down, slow down, shh, be quiet, use emotional intelligence, trust God, and let wisdom speak. When wisdom speaks, you will always win. Y'all have a great day. Be productive. And remember those that are in need. Also remember to think higher, speak life, seek wisdom, and stay strong.